Hello, Goinkans. Hope you're doing well. Since we have started recapitulation of body movements and we have already somehow tried to understand some basic functions of the skeleton system, skull, and spine. Today we will be discussing about the rib cage. It is the third portion of our particularly skeleton system. I need to tell you this rib cage is made up of a thin, flat, curved bones, right? And the formation is basically like a cage. They are forming a cage like structure which is responsible for protection of certain soft organs that are placed on the upper part of our body. So there is heart, there are lungs, there is stomach, kidney, etc. So this cage is basically protecting certain soft organs, right? Now we need to know that how many bones are there, since we have read the bones in the skull 22, the bones in the spine 33. Now let us know how many bones are in the rib cage. So altogether, if we want to know the bones, there are 24 bones in our rib cage, which we can be saying that means 12 pairs, right? Which are arranged on the either side of your particularly bone. That's what we call the chest bone, a sternum, right? Or we also call it a breastbone. These are connected from the front side to the sternum, and from the back side they are connected to the spine. Okay, they are connected to the spine, and that's how they are able to make like that cage like structure, right? So rib cage consists of 24 bones arranged in 12 pairs, right? All of them are joined to the backbone at the back, and from the front side they are attached to the this breastbone, or we call it a sternum. Yeah, but then there are some bones, some ribs, which are not at all connected to the sternum from the front side. You can see this even in the pictures, right? These are the bones which are not connected, though they are connected to the spine, but not to the sternum. Such bones, such ribs which are not connected to the sternum usually are the last ribs, first of all, and they are known as floating ribs. They are known as floating ribs since they are not connected, and they are seems like floating over there. That's why they have been called as a floating ribs, right? So the main and the basic function of this rib cage is to protect the soft organs that are placed in our upper part of our body, right? That includes heart, lungs, stomach, kidney, etc. Is it clear? So next to that, we also has to today learn about the limbs. As such, we are having the two pairs of limbs, out of which the first one is forelimbs, that is meant for the particularly arms, and the next one is for the hind limbs, that is meant for the legs. First of all, we will try to understand for this leg, that is what we call the hind limb. Okay, so I must tell you that nearly half of our bones are in our hands, wrist, feet, and ankles. Half of the bones, the total number of bones that are placed in our body, that is 206, out of which half of the number is placed in these particular parts, that is hand, wrist, feet, ankles, right? And you should know that the longest bone of our body is placed in our thigh, right? It is placed on our thigh, and we call it a, right, we call it a femur bone, right? We call it a femur bone. So here is the femur bone. I was trying to show you. See, this is the femur bone. It is the toughest bone, and we call it a longest bone of our body. And since it is a bone that is almost taking the weight of half of the body, so that's why we call it the toughest, as well as it is the longest bone of our body, right? So the lower leg is having the two other bones. We call them fibula and the tibia. From the front side we have got the tibia, and from the back side we have got the fibula. And there are then tarsals, metatarsals, and digits, which are meant for the fingers and the toes, etc. over there, right? So this is about the leg. Now about the arm, there are certain bones, and the first bone that is placed in our just near the shoulder, we call that humerus. It is also a very tough bone, and it is placed on the upper portion of our arm, right? And the lower arm also has got two more bones. We call that ulna and the radius, right? And the front portion we have got the radius, and from the back portion we have got the ulna. Then we have carpals and metacarpals. These are the smallest bones which are placed in our hands, in our wrist, near our wrist, and digits are meant for particularly our fingers, right? So these were the bones which are placed in our limbs. And we have got two types of limbs. What are they? Yes, that is forelimbs and hind limbs. So this is all for today, and we will wind up it over here, and I will be coming up with joints and movements for tomorrow. That's all for today. Thank you so much.